Good morning, morning walkers, and good evening, evening walkers. I thought I'd cover both bases. If you listened to yesterday, we were talking about the benefits of morning versus evening walking and then finding the best time for you. And today we're going to cover actually some tips for both morning and evening walkers. Head outside, warm up right now, a pace that's not too hard. Just going to give it a gentle warm up. If you're doing this inside, also just give yourself a gentle warm up, whether you're marching in place or you're going up and down stairs, you're on the elliptical, you're on the treadmill or the bike. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. So we're going to get ready to have a good walk today. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. We're going to tell our brains this is going to be an amazing walk and we're going to have a good time. Gosh darn it. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Remember that every step is like a gift to yourself. I know that sounds corny, but it is like a gift to yourself. Every step that you can take, and every step makes you stronger. And as we get older, we also tend to have more balance problems. So every step makes us stronger, but also gives us better balance. And if you're walking on a little bit uneven terrain, like a track, sometimes they're a little bit uneven, or grass, or dirt, or sand. Sand is the best. Sand is so hard to walk on. It really helps with that balance because we do need to keep our balance as we get older. Deep breath in again through your nose. Really fill up those lungs, relax your stomach. And exhale through your mouth, pulling your stomach tight to get all that air out. You're going to roll your shoulders backwards. You're going to roll your shoulders forwards. You can bring your neck or your head gently side to side, stretching out your neck. I also like to shake my hands vigorously. Like, I know it's weird, but whatever. Especially nighttime people, nobody will see you. Just shake out your fingers. I sometimes do that actually. When I'm at home, I lay down and I go in like the dead bug. And then I shake out my hands and I shake out my feet up in the air. And it feels so good just to let them relax and just shake them. So do that now. Just shake out those hands, especially if you're on a mouse a lot or if you're typing on a keyboard, your hands get so stiff. We're going to just hold on to that warm-up speed. It's nice and comfortable. Nothing challenging. You're going to check in with your body. Where are you tight? Where should you be tight? Your legs should be strong. Your feet really grounded into the earth. Another deep breath in. So keep your breathing going. Get a good system with the steps and the breathing and the steps and the breathing. One foot in front of the other. You're going to fuel that body with oxygen. You're going to really exhale, get all that air out. Yesterday, when we talked about morning versus evening, when is the best time to walk, what are the benefits, and figuring out when the best time is for you. Today, we're going to talk about morning and evening routine ideas. So how do you make the walking, which you figured out what works best for you, and you made a backup plan? How do you figure out how to stick with it? And what are some routine ideas? So we're going to cover that today. There are always going to be transcripts of the podcast. So if you forget something, you can go back and review the transcripts. They may be a little weird because it's not 100% accurate in terms of what I say, because I tend to slur my words a little bit, even though I don't drink. So I don't know what's up with that. So you can always just run back and take a look. Go a little bit faster now. You're going to slowly push it past that warm-up zone, but nothing too hard yet. Another deep breath in. Stay with your mindfulness. Again, you can go back and listen to episode 2, I think it was, or day 2, with the mindfulness. And you can do that one again if you need to reconnect and remember how to do more mindful walking. It's always good to go back and revisit things. And the more you do something, the more you listen to something, the easier it is for it to stay with you. Roll those shoulders backwards now. This is my spin voice. One of my friends, roll them before I tell you the rest of the story. Roll the shoulders forward. So one of my friends, she was also a trainer and a spinning instructor at the gym. And we had these amazing microphones and great stereo. So one day she was somewhere else in the gym and she knew I was teaching because she heard this voice going, and breathe. She's like, oh, Helen's teaching. Because after you worked really hard, then you're going to leave with the easier thought and you're going to think, oh, wow, Helen's so nice. You're going to forget the fact that Helen worked really hard during the class because, you remember the last thing, the later things that happened. Hold on to that pace. At the halfway point, you'll find a bell. The bell will tell you that you can turn around if you want. If you want to just walk and then turn around, or you can just continue on and make your walk longer. Oh, yes, and our hashtag, it is Walk Talk with Helen. So if you discover something, if you have some observations, something you want to share with us, you take pictures or video of your walks, you can post them to social media with the Walk Talk with Helen hashtag. And that way it's accountability for us. Stay with that little uncomfortable pace. Focus on your feet connecting with the ground. Every step is strong. Deep breath in again. Okay, you morning people, this is for you. This is not for me because I feel sad when I wake up in the morning. I am not a morning person, yet I wasn't a morning person in life for, 80% of my life, 90% of my life? I don't know. So here's a good routine for you, which is called the wake and walk ritual. Make walking the first thing you do, the first activity you do when you wake up, other than put your clothes on. So just start right away. When I was actively in my whole weight loss journey, I would get up at 5:30 in the morning. Yes, I know. And I would just put on my shorts and a tank top and I would go downstairs. And then I would do like a 20-minute workout video. And it was Tammy Lee Webb. It was, I want that body, I want those legs, and I want those arms. They were like 20 minutes each. And I would do that every day. I would just put on those shorts and tank top, go down and do the video, then go upstairs, get ready, wake up the kids. And then I would walk them to school. And then I would come back and then I'd be ready to start my day. We didn't really use as much social media. We weren't as tied to our phones back then. I don't even know if there was social media. I don't know. I just made it a non-negotiable. No matter how tired I was up at 5:30 and I did a 20-minute workout. And let me tell you, that was so effective. Just 20 minutes, because it was 20 minutes every day. And it's all about consistency. Another deep breath in. You're going to do a little bit of a speed burst now. If you're at home, you can walk up some stairs. You can also find a hill. If you're outside, you can find some stairs outside or the pavers that I talked about the other day. If you have a hard time getting started in the morning, you're not a morning person, but you know what? The mornings are going to be the best time for you. Then just start with a short little stroll around your neighborhood or even a nearby park before you do anything else. Before your coffee, before you scroll on social media, before anything else, just even if it's a 5 or 10 minute stroll. That's how you can get started. It's miserable, but once you do it, once you commit to doing it and you do it, it starts to become a habit and a part of your life. You can start taking mindful morning walks. So if you're stressed, if you have a job that may be stressful or a day that's very busy, set aside that time for you in the morning and make it your mindful morning walk, something that you look forward to. And you can listen to the birds or you can listen to affirmations. There's a lot of things that you can do to kind of get you settled in because we just jump out of bed and go 1,000 miles an hour and the day attacks us. If you look forward to that little time in the morning, it will help ease you and transition you. So we talked about transitioning into sleep. This will transition you into having a better day. And it really does work. Another deep breath in. You're going to hold that uncomfortable pace. And exhale. So it's not super uncomfortable. You're going to be able to talk, but maybe not longer sentences. My lungs are big because of all the years of teaching spin and talking. So I can usually talk even when my heart rate is really high, but it's a lot of practice. So hold on to that pace. We just feel like you're working a little bit and you're kind of releasing your endorphins, your happy hormones. You're also grounded. You're in the present moment. You're also being mindful to what's going on around you, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're smelling, what you're hearing. When you do your mindful morning walks, use the techniques that we talked about, like deep breathing, and we're going to have some other breathing options coming up, where you fill up your lungs deep, 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 relax your stomach, and you exhale, pull the tummy tight just to get that air out. And then use those mindful morning walks to also set your intentions and to practice gratitude while you're walking. Sometimes when we have things going on in our lives, they seem so overwhelming and there's just not like, what are you grateful for? I know that you have things you're grateful for, but sometimes you maybe just can't find it when you're in that moment and that frame of mind. So practice that gratitude also if you're doing the mindful morning walking. Then you can walk for your commute. If you don't work that far, you can walk for errands. You can incorporate walking into your daily chores or, walking the kids to school, because that's what I did when the kids were little. I started walking the kids to school, and it was a really good way for us to connect. And let's just say that you're going to go have coffee with your friends, right, in the morning after you drop the kids off at school. Well, the coffee shop is maybe a 7-minute walk from your house, but we all get in our cars and we drive. But why don't you try walking when the weather is okay? Just walk and then walk back. That's almost 15 minutes that you're walking. For me, I find it when I have a destination to walk to, actually walking just becomes something I look forward to then, because I am going somewhere. I'm not just walking in circles like a treadmill. I have a goal and I'm going to walk there and I'm going to walk back. The pharmacy might not be that far away, or maybe it's 15 or 20 minutes away. You walk to the pharmacy, you walk back, you've just got a 40-minute workout in. When you try to put those little walking moments into your day, it's so much easier to get your steps in and to just become overall healthier, because now it's part of your life. As you're walking, as you're feeling mindful, as you're pushing a little bit here, roll those shoulders backwards. Roll those shoulders forwards. Shake out your hands. Feel for spots that are tense. Check your feet. And then pay attention to your surroundings. Be in that mindful moment. So for us evening people, our evening ritual is going to be stress-reducing evening walks, because we all need that. And guess what? You could do a morning walk and you can do an evening walk. What? I know, but you can. For mindful evening strolls, just kind of go over the techniques that we talked about with mindfulness on day 2. Ground yourself, clear your mind. If you've had a busy day, that's a perfect time to clear your mind and be present and feel the breeze and feel the road or the dirt if you're walking on a path, and the smells and things around you. Take that evening stress-reducing walk, make that a goal to become your mindful walking moment. And if you can, see if you can find a calmer environment. It could be a park, somewhere that's just not quite as busy. Make it something that you look forward to. There's a big calming effect when you pay attention to your steps and your surrounding environment. If your mind starts to wander, you can even count out your steps just nice and relaxed. 1, breathe. 2, you can go walk, walk, step, step, breathe, breathe, breathe. You can also use one of the affirmations that we talked about, or you can create new affirmations. If you focus your mind on the steps, or you focus your mind on the affirmations, your mind is less apt to wander and go somewhere that is a little more stressful. Deep breath in again now. Talking about stressful, we're going to release anything. If you're feeling any stress, you're going to stay with it. A little bit of a push now. I'm trying to enunciate clearer. Because I don't. I don't know why. I used to. Don't anymore. Roll those shoulders again if you need it. Check in for any spots that might be tense. Squeeze your glutes. I love when I go up a slight hill. It doesn't look very steep. And then it's a little bit steeper than you think, and you can squeeze your glutes and you can feel your butt engage. It's like, woo, I have butt muscles back there still. They're working. They still remember how to do it. Ease it now into a slower pace. And at the end of the day, transitioning from work to personal time, that actually helps you create a boundary. Here's your work. Here's your personal life. Turn your phone on Do Not Disturb, or don't answer calls from work, and create that boundary. And that's where an early evening walk after work is really helpful with that mindset and just to create that boundary. And it's a symbolic transition. You're going to work, you're going to get home, you're going to go for a walk, you're going to make dinner, shower, but then that you have that almost like a hard stop. Slow it down a little more now. Try to do a digital detox. We've talked about that during your walks. See if you can disconnect from your screens if possible. Put on Do Not Disturb if possible. Because even if you have your phone on, if it rings, you don't answer it, you still have that moment of tension. Who's calling me? Who called me? Was it important? There's very few real emergencies. Slow it down a little more. And then setting your intentions for these evening walks. Do I want to feel more relaxed? Do I want to get more energy for the evening? Do I want to work out a creative problem I have? Set those intentions. So when you go out, your mind kind of already has an idea, and then you can start free flowing and go from there. Another deep breath in now. Then you can visualize on your walks how you want your day to unfold or how you want your evening to unfold. What do you want to do when you get home? Do you want to try this new recipe? Do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Kind of use that time to visualize maybe something productive or something you've been wanting to do. Make sure you stretch when you get back, when you're done, even if you did this inside. You want to make sure that you stretch out your calves, stretch out your front of your thighs, your quads. It's also great if you can get like a little roller ball and you can roll out your feet. That feels amazing to get all that tension out of your feet. And I will see you tomorrow.